Hello and welcome back to RookGypsy Plays Final Fantasy Tactics Advanced. I believe this is part 24. And the last time I think we just took on like Clan Dip or whatever. Whoever they were. Maybe because I just don't want to do the Diamond Rain quest at the moment. What's this? No ice, no berserk. Oh, that's fine. So something I realized is that the little cursor thing that you use to control the game is I realize it's a quill, but it's a little feather quill, and it's sort of like flapping offbeat to like everything else. So, like you see the people are walking in like a certain pace. The quill is not at the same pace as everything else, so just thought that was a little something that was interesting to check out. So yeah, let me see if I can fight Clan Shallow, and they ran away from me. Great. So I don't remember what a greatsword is. I don't remember who in my party also. I think Olent might use a greatsword. Let me check. Sorry, I'm having nose issue. Oh, that's a blade. That's fine then. Use swords. I think this is also a blade, right? Fire blade. Alright, that's fine then. I guess I'm good. No, I don't have any great swords. So yeah, taking on Clan Shallow. Just want to get more points so that people can gain more skills and stuff. Also, I just want to master, like, the ninja class. Or not master, but, I want the ninja class before I can, before I go on and do any sort of, like, other business. Let's see what they have. They have shoes. Well, I guess, yeah, that's accessories. That's right, they have accessories. I can steal their accessories now. What do you have? I can steal their accessories and their armor. Good to know. Let me just look over him again. Yes, he's set to steal accessories. I guess he's done, in theory, but I may as well learn, like, how to steal stuff just so that I, makes it easier to level up. No berserk. Alright, that's fine. You should probably level up soon. And also, what's going on here? Random things popping up, maybe? I don't know. Oh. You should also level up soon. You're gonna be good here. I'll go put you over here to go steal stuff. And then let's have an archer. I want to have you as well, but you can't have everyone. Okay, well, yeah, I'll start the battle. It's pretty much gonna be a walk through the mall for me. So something I realized I've been doing a lot lately is I've just been watching a lot of clips from old animes, even though they're not like super duper old, but like, other than like FMAB, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, I've been watching like these little clips and stuff. Well, clips from like shows here and there, so mostly anime. Like, I've been watching like clips from Full Metal, like I said, FMAB, Kuroko, and some like other like slice of life ones. I don't know why. Just I never actually watched like the full Kuroko anime. Like, I didn't watch like any. I have not watched a single episode, but I have like. I know I know a lot of the characters. I know, well, at least I know some of the characters. I'm not gonna say all of them, but oh, that was a crit. I mainly just watch it because it's there. It doesn't have an accessory. Really? This one doesn't have an accessory? I guess the shoes don't count. Well, that's weird. I really thought they'd be an accessory. Guess not. Well, you're not gonna have a shield. Alright, then I'll be taking your armor. Thanks for the clothes. You take damage? Yeah. So yeah, I've been watching like those clips and stuff. So I'm also just trying to like pound through as many episodes out as I can. To like, I just want to record a bunch so that I have in stock because I'm gonna be busy later in the week, or in a bit. I'm gonna be lazier in a bit. I mean, not lazier, busier in a bit. So I won't have time to. I still. It's not an accessory. Why is it not an accessory? Oh, whatever. I'll be busy soon doing some stuff. So I want to record as much as I can before that happens. Just so that I can, you know, keep up the regular publishing dates. Or, you know, publish, like, you know... Not publish. Why do I keep saying upload? So that I can upload a video every day. That's essentially the point. You're still strong against... You know, I don't think I've ever shown it. There is a totem, so I'm just going to do it. Because I have not shown it. So there's obviously, that's more of a crystal than before. But there's like a cutscene that you can't skip. And there's that guy who looks nothing like... I guess he looks somewhat similar, but he's not quite the same. And it's also like, alright, well that guy was that big. He fired one laser. How the heck does, you know, the area become like super dinky tiny? But, you know, it's an all-damaging thing. So everyone on the opponent's side gets hurt. Because I took this one out with me, I also get a judge point, so that's good. So yeah, the good thing about Totema, it's also like if you get strong enough, you can just you can walk into a fight, use Totema, and like clear out, at least weaken or take out the entire fight. You can end a fight with a Totema essentially. I think it's like if I get one character super strong, I could do it. But then it's like, you know, where's the fun in that? Which some people are like, yeah, that's the fun of it. You know, go into a fight, take down everyone. Use one move to like nuke the whole place essentially. There is some joy in that. Though, you know, that's for some people, including me. You know, I do find some joy in doing that. You know, just wiping out an entire party at some point in time. We're not going to do that. Nose is still acting up. So yeah, once in college, a lot of things happened. Like we had like a lot of those like random questions people ask. Well, I guess I wouldn't really call them random questions, but I was asked a lot of questions. And there were classes that made me question certain things, somewhat. But mainly it was just like the questions that we had were just random stuff that friends would ask. Because like I was part of a Christian club, they like to start off like the night by asking, you know, a random an epic question, as they would say. So one of the questions they would all constantly ask is like, I mean, they would either do an epic question or they would do a game, and it was interesting how like some of those were, but like one of the things was that they would. One of the questions I remember they asked was like, you know, if you're on a deserted island. And it was like a series of questions that night for just the deserted island part. So it was like, let's see, if I remember correctly, they were like, okay, well... Sorry, my nose is really acting up. But it was like, if you're on a deserted island, and every day, you could have one thing to eat, like, it would magically appear, I guess. So you'd always be guaranteed, like, one meal. They're like, what would it be? and they're like one food thing, and people were like, you know, I had a lot of like white friends in this club. Like a lot of the leaders were actually white. Wait, was that 12? Oh well, whatever. Oh right, because he has Turbo MP. That's right. That's right. I forgot about that. But there were a lot of like white club members or like white people in this club. Nothing against being white, but they were like, you know, I'm gonna take a pizza. I'm just like, okay, sure. So yeah, you know, I'd like to have a pizza. I can probably make do with a pizza every day. So that was like what people chose, and I'm just like, okay, good to know. And they came to me and they're like, what would you take? And I'm like, I don't know if I would take a whole cow or a whole pig. They're like, what? I was like, yeah, you know, based on my interpretation of this, I could live off of, like, you know, if I was to get a whole chicken every day, I could eat a chicken in a meal. If I'm hungry enough, I can destroy a chicken, and there's no guarantee I can do anything with chicken bones. So I'd rather have, like, you know, a cow or a pig. And my thought was, you know, if I have a cow, you know, that's a lot of meat. A whole pig is a lot of meat as well. And there's a lot you can do with the meat. So I'd have at least, you know, some sort of like protein, and I could survive off of it because I'd have, you know, there's the organ meats and stuff, which is like, if you're ever in like a survival situation, the organ meats have a lot of vitamins and minerals that you can get from it that normal like other stuff doesn't have. Like flesh meat doesn't have a lot of those vitamins and minerals and stuff. So I was like, yeah, you know, that was my thought. But I was also like, you know, I can't decide because on the one side, I do like, you know, beef and stuff, and the ribs are delicious. But I'm also like, you know, I love pork meat as well. Like, one of the things I love is like pork jowl and stuff like that, which is, you know, it's very, very delicious. Which is all part of the head meat. So I was like, you know, not really sure what to choose there because I sort of want it all. I think eventually I chose cow. I was also like, you know, with a pig, if I had a whole pig, what I could always try doing is try to make bacon. I think I ended up choosing whole cow because I think the cow has like better bones and stuff, so I can make like weapons with the bones, or at least use it as like a hammer or something. Like there are different parts of the cow that you can use for different things. So I think that was why I chose the cow. I don't remember exactly what it was. But people were always like, oh, okay. They're always very surprised by my answers, essentially. Another, like, one of the survival, like, a deserted island questions was like, if you're on a deserted island and they only have, what would you bring that will sort of, like, you know, define you, in a way? Like, what is something that you possess that you would bring onto the island, and why? And I thought about it for a bit. Like, all these people went, they're like, I bring a mattress, I bring this, I bring that. I'm like, someone was like, I bring my PS3 because the PS4 didn't come out yet. This is like 3 years ago, 2 years ago, I think, or year and a half ago. PS4 was not out. No, it might have been like 2 years ago. Oh, he's gone. I was really hoping I could steal his clothes, but oh well. So yeah, it was like a year and a half to 2 years ago they asked this question, and I was like, alright. And I was like, you know, PS3, that's interesting. And they're like, yeah, you know, we get entertained and stuff. I'm like, pretty sure that's not how that works, but I'm not gonna argue with you, so this person mastered it, but I don't have another bow for him on the other side. The good thing is you mastered counter, which is good. Item list. I need to check the item list. Katanas. Where are the katanas? Woodvale throw. Let's see what. I don't think you can get it until later on, which is a pain. Yeah, it's gonna be a little later on. Shop. Buy. Oh wait, are there any of these that give abilities? No, the feather cap is pretty common though. That's haste, maintenance, immunity counter. Yeah, so the item I was like, oh, you know what probably describes me is I like to. So one of the things that I've mentioned before is that I like to cook. And a lot of people like didn't really know this, or they knew of that in my club. At least like the people that I constantly talk to, which are just the guys essentially. All right, nothing else. All right. So I was like, yeah, you know, I like to cook and stuff. So I was like, yeah. So one of the things I like to do, what I would bring is, oh shoot, what do I want him to learn? I'll just leave him as a thief for now. I might just take up that mission. Any rumors? What's this? Boar's up to. Why isn't listening merchants from coming and going? You think they'd be I don't know, Borzo's doing something I don't really care about though. But like what I took was I was like, I have a cleaver, so I was like, you know, I'll just take my cleaver with me, because it's a knife. Oh, okay, sure, I'll take up Borzo one. And I guess I'll take the Diamond Rain. Thorn Bow, that'll be useful. Yeah. Refurbishing, nope, nothing of these I can do. Because they're the same one. Nubs Woods. No blades and no items. Go to Eisenfield for now. Oh, you're back. Huh? Nope, I don't want to do that. No items, chivalry. Items. No shell, no chivalry. I don't have one of those, so it's fine. So yeah. Let me check this person one for a second. Oh, you got a ways to go. Yeah, so I chose a cleaver because at the time I was living in the apartments and I had my own like cooking stuff. So I was like, yeah, you know, I take a cleaver because with the cleaver, right, I can down a lot of like. I could use it as like an axe if I needed to down a lot of other stuff. Just if I needed to, you know. I did the treasure hunt first. Useless again. So yeah, I was like, yeah, I took the cleaver, and I could do this, this, and this with it. I was like, yeah, you know, it's super useful. Oh, it's a 3 fight. Let's see what we're dealing with. Oh well, if that doesn't shout accessory, then I don't know what does. Okay, well. That's a red mage, even though it's blue. Huh. Alright. And then a black mage. Even though it's red. Geomancy, what does that do? So they're 3 level 10. Oh, you're level 11, 12. Oh. Finally, someone that's my level. It's like, you know, you're my level now. So how many people can I bring out? I'm gonna have my own white mage. Gotta have my own white mage. I'm gonna bring out my own black mage. Actually, I need to view that guy's equipment one more time. Or maybe I don't. Yeah, it's gonna be mine sooner or later. Horrible thought process, but still, it's gonna, yeah, I can only bring out 4 people? You're joking. Oh well. Then I will not bring out you, because I don't want you out there. You're more useful. Abilities. Yeah. Things were just no chivalry, no shell. Alright. Oh, that works for them. Whatever. That's good enough for me. What are you doing here? Defeat all enemies. Steal their equipment. Start with the white mage and then go, move on from there. I think. Oh, she went forward. That's interesting. So yeah, I mean, I was like, yeah, you know, my cleaver. I have a cleaver, so I'll, you know, I may as well bring it with me. And they're like, oh, he is. A lot of people thought that, you know, of the people, I would be the one that would be most likely to survive, and who knows, I might. It's just that, like, one of the things I also watched, because like, I watched, like, you know, back in college, I watched some. I didn't watch full clips of it, but I watched some like Anthony Bourdain and you know, who else was there? Like Andrew Zimmern and stuff like that. And they ate some like pretty freaky stuff. So I wasn't really like afraid of that sort of thing. But I was just like, you know, well, I've also watched because I watched those stuff. I also watched what's he called? I also watched a lot of Bear Grylls. And some like, so I also like, you know, I watch Bear Grylls and I watch a lot of like the other survival shows. And one of the common things is like they're hungry and they can't think or they can't do certain things. But if I'm on a deserted island, like I can collect water. Water should be like pretty easy to get. Oh, they're using double cast. All right, sure. Huh? You missed. And you missed again. Not sending. Like, you know, water should be pretty easy to find. Well, you know, if we have water, then we're good. The other stuff is like, you know, food and shelter and stuff, but shelter you have to make. And if I'm with, I think there's like the thing was like, you know, you weren't deserted by yourself, you're deserted by a group. So if everyone worked together, we should be able to create pretty good shelter with basic knowledge. At least the knowledge that I knew. I knew a couple of things. Like theoretically, like if you're in a deserted island, you're gonna want something over your head, and you want to be at least like a foot off the ground or something. Something like that, I think. And then you want water. Gotta be hydrated. Those were things that I recalled. And what else does this person have? She's got a shield. Can I steal shields? Yes, I can. Alright, stealing shield. Your stuff is now mine. Because you're an NPC and I don't know when I'll ever see you, if I'll ever see you again, so I gotta take this stuff when I have the chance, you know. Move over here. Yeah, so you're more white magic heal, just so that you're all together and you can all heal together. I also know that, like, if you're in the survival situation, a knife is one of the most useful things you can have. You definitely need fire, but if I have that meat, I could like air dry it. Like if we have the knife, or we can make like smaller knives and stuff. I could use my initial knife to break down the thing and skin the animal, or at least have like friends help me. At least like ideally, the people in the group would not be useless, and they would help me, you know, take the animal apart. But who knows? It's hard to say, really. You can't really trust. I mean, you would think you can trust people, but from my experience, there's a lot of people that they try to help and they don't quite get there. You know, it's like one of the things was like, you know, because I like to cook, I had to do like I helped, not I had to, but I helped a lot with, like, you know, I lived on campus during the college, so I was like, yeah, you can use my place. And then they're always like, you know, let's have like dinner together or something. I'm like, yeah, sure, I don't mind. You know, I know like how to make stuff, so I'd make dinner for the guys or something. Or like we did like some parties and stuff. And one of the guys was like, you know, he always brought like he always made one of 4 things, which is fine. You know, it's good to have a couple of recipes under your belt that you can do at any point in time. The guy, like, his thing was queso. Like, he always made queso. He was always like, I don't know what to make. I only know how to make 3 things. I'm like, well, just make whatever. I mean, you only know how to make 1 of 4 things, and you're tired of making queso all the time, then make something else, right? You know, that's the idea, but the guy, like, never made anything else, where I was always like, just make something else, you know, we don't mind it. Nope, always made queso. So that sort of got my. I was like, okay, well, whatever, fine. If you're gonna complain, then don't, like. You can go ahead and complain, but just, like, you know, be quiet about it, because you really have nothing to complain about. You're just complaining for the sake of complaining. So one time he didn't make queso. He brought the ingredients to make queso over, which is fine because I had like a stove and like an oven and stuff. So I was like, all right, well, we have all the things you need to make queso. Well, just make the queso, right? And he was like, you know, one of the friends like, oh, can I help? And I'm like, sure. This person is making queso. Why don't you stir for him? And I gave him like a spatula. But it was like one of those Chinese spatulas, so it was like he wasn't really used to it, I guess. I guess I I don't need the black mage anymore. So he wasn't like really using. But he was also like, this guy was like constantly distracted. He was talking to someone else, and he was just like constantly distracted. I'm like, dude, I need you to stir. Please keep stirring, because at this point, you're not helping me. You're being a hindrance, because I'm expecting you to like stir this pot, and all you're doing is standing there, like moving the spatula back and forth, but you're not catching any of the sides, so it's starting to burn. Like, the food was burning, and it's like, dude, I thought I could trust you, man. And I'm like, okay, well, I know he's not trying to do this on purpose, but if you're gonna be distracted, like, if you're gonna help, at least be somewhat helpful and not a hindrance. And he was being a hindrance, so I'd have to like constantly watch him and stuff, and be like, no, that's not how you do it. You're burning the side, you're missing this. And he was like, oh, okay. And he immediately turned around and forget it, like, in like 3 seconds. So I had to like watch him not 10 times, that's over exaggerating, but I was watching him several times that night. Or at least in the beginning process, like before everyone showed up, because he showed up early, which was good. Which is, you know, if you want to help out, you may as well show up early. But it was like, you know, hey, you gonna help out? Sure. Can you do this? Yeah, I can do that. Why do I have to keep an eye on you? That's just one more thing for me to do. Alright. Sorry. So yeah, the guy did not learn. I can tell, like, he wanted to help out, but then he immediately regretted his decision. I'm like, yeah, don't bother next time. So yeah, that's pretty good. I almost beat 2 quests in, or 2 missions in 1 episode. Not a bad thing. So yeah, I'm gonna probably end this episode around here. If you liked the videos, please do subscribe for more videos. I'm trying to update every single day. It's probably not as hard as I think it is, and it definitely is not. But it's just, I don't know how much to talk about. I don't have that access to a crowd. I don't have access to a lot of other things that make a channel great. So yeah, I will try to think of things to talk about, but I know I think in the previous videos I was like, oh yeah, I'll make a list. Did not make the list. But yeah, I will. I'll look into if I see, like, I'll try to get my videos out to the more public people, because so far I only have my 3 subscribers and they're all people I know. So I'm like, okay, well, it'd be nice if more people watched, but whatever. So yeah, I will try to get my videos out there so that more people can watch my stuff. So yeah, see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.